Hello, thank you, thanks for being here again. How is everything? I wish you had a wonderful day because many wonderful days make a wonderful week, and many wonderful weeks make wonderful months, and many wonderful months make wonderful years, and many wonderful years make a beautiful life. Yeah, that's how life is built, bit by bit, moment by moment, step by step. Thank you for being here. And in today's I'm going to talk about ourselves, how we identify for ourselves, how we see ourselves. Are we the persons we want to be? Are we happy with where we live, what we do, where we work? Are we happy with our friends, with our families? Do we have the family we wish? Do we have the partner we wish? Are we full happy with everything we have? So, how a person see himself or herself depends on three elements. How this person was in the past, how I was in the past, how I am now, because how I am now depends on how I was in the past, and how I see myself in the future. So, for example, depending how I was doing in the last 3 years, I could have been a doctor today or not. For example, if in the last 3 years I just was thinking about having fun, don't bother about anything, just enjoy myself, well, I don't think I will have finished my PhD. Yeah. So that's how the past is so important, So we need to think about it, It's important to have it in consideration because depending how we were in the past, we took decisions to change that conditions of ourselves or no. For example, when we were kids, how was our life? We had the clothes we liked it, or we had just to put the clothes we had. We didn't have the power to choose. How was the environment in our home? Our family was full of harmony and happiness, or it was a conflictive environment. In our teenagers, when we were teenagers, how were our friends? What we were wishing to have, which ones were our interests, So all of that, all our past conform what we are today, because in relation with that circumstances, we took some decisions, to be who we are today. So, and what we are today will determine who we will be in the future, or who we want to be in the future will determine what we are doing today. Because, for example, sorry, it's a bit deep, but in the future, if I want to see myself as a slim woman, beautiful, full of knowledge, with an extraordinary life, with an extraordinary family, with a very good relation with my husband, with my children, with financial freedom. So depending of that, I will take decisions today, and I will start to do things in relation with that future I wish. Of course, bigger results needs more time. It's not the same. I'm going to have a new jumper tomorrow that I can just buy it. That to say, I want to, I don't know, go around the world. I would like to go around the world. A trip. Of course, that regards. First, I cannot go around the world just in one day. I need time for do the resources, time off. So, I wish I have explained it quite clear what I am trying to say. So why I say this? Because independently of who you were, or your personal conditions, your sexual identity, your gender identity, your sexual orientation, your ethnic group, independently of your socioeconomic status. You can choose who you want to be. Nothing can stop you to choose what you want to be, who you want to be. Nothing can stop you. Another thing is that who you want to be is realistic or not. If you are 80 years old and you want to be, I don't know, world championship in gymnastics, but it's a bit difficult. It's not impossible, but no, depending how you decide, no? But definitely you have the power, no? To decide what you want to be, who you want to be, and what do you want to do with your life and why you are here. So I'm going to read about what I wrote in my book, so I can explain you in a better way what I'm trying to say. Here, a ver. All people have a concept of themselves. Yeah. All of us, we have a perception of ourselves, or self-concept, no? Which is composed of the current perception of oneself, of the perception of how one was in the past, and the perception of how one will become in the future. And these perceptions are always associated with the corresponding social roles and group membership that provide identity, which are modifiable through instructions and education. Of course, if now I decide that I want to be the president, the prime minister, but of course I need to change where I'm going to spend my time. I need to change the groups. Maybe I need to start to be part of a political party. And I need to start to be related with people who know about politics to know more about it. So of course what we decide to do is related to the social roles and the groups where we are part of. No? If I am a domestic cleaner, pues the people that I relate more often will determine how I am. But I can change that. I can say I don't want to be a domestic cleaner anymore. I want to have my own business, my cleaning own business. Yeah. So you can start to work about it, no? To get that. Therefore, all the possible self are the self in which one believes that one could become in the near and more distant future. Consequently, they are important and fundamental for the establishment of objective and the impulse of the motivation to achieve goals and build the life that is desired. You can start to construct the life you like. And as soon as you start, it's better. But from now, you can decide who you want to be. You don't need to wait till tomorrow. You can start to decide now. All possible self always include the desired or expected self, such as the creative self, the rich self, the thin self, the beloved self, etc. In other words, all the self that an individual wants to become, of course. But that implies that they are also the self that we don't like it, no? Because we are choosing. So in addition are also include all the feared or unwanted self, which are the self that one does not want to become, such as the self alone, the self depressed, the self in debt, the self unemployed, etc. etc. So, for example, if I think, I don't want to be in debt, so I will work more. I don't want to be fat, so I will eat less. So it's both, no? The positive and the negative. Being the positive self does that help to promote optimism about the future and well-being in the current present. So, promotion of the development, the personal development. Because the positive self facilitate personal growth, since they can help a person to see themselves as moldable. Of course, we are moldable. We can decide where to spend our time. We can decide where we want to go and what we want to do. You can decide. Do you want to go to the disco or do you prefer to go to the library? Or do you prefer to go to the pub or do you prefer to go to a conference? You can decide who do you want to be. So the person understands that they are able to orient themselves toward changing certain attitudes, actions, thoughts, behaviors, and knowledge with the aim of achieving those selves of positive nature of a future and with certain benefits and privilege that are so dreamed for. Therefore, affirming and reaffirming the possible and positive self of the most successful future improve well-being and produce self-regulation functions. No, I'm thinking, okay. For example, when I was doing my PhD, I couldn't never take it out of my head. No. I cannot go on holiday so long. I have so much to do. So we start to modify of ourselves, no, and orientating ourselves towards the desired future. For example, I want to have a Ferrari. But what you have to do, I don't know, depends who you are now, but, or I don't know. I want to build a school. No sé. Different decisions, no? As the person starts to taking control over his own destiny and start to decide and establish to do certain things to achieve certain goals and results. But yeah, that's how the life change. That's how people change. That's how people pues get results and get the life they want, deciding first that they want that. Sorry, it's a bit deep, and I tried to explain it as concrete and as specific and better as possible, because I didn't want to make such a long video, no? I mean, it might require more time, but it's just with more examples and explaining more about how to get the results, no? Of course, it's not just this. After it requires actions and behaviors and attitudes and decisions, and every decision have a consequence. Every change have a, that's the word, no, change. Everything change, no? By nature, everything change. The clouds, the plants, the world around us is always changing, no? But as a humans, when we change, there will be consequence, no? You have to eliminate some things to get other things. Maybe keep away from some people that is not beneficial for you. Or maybe you don't have much time to do the things you like to do to get other things. So you need to sacrifice things. Oh well. I wish I have explained it well. You can leave me a question in the comments if you need to know anything else, or if you have any suggestion to try to explain it better. So also in the comments I'm going to leave the link to my book, so if you like to take it, because when we read it, it looks like we understand more, no? Because we are using the eyes and it's not just the ear. And more if we're reading high, I mean loud, like we can hear ourselves and read at the same time. So, bueno, this is my book, Personal, Economic and Social Growth in the Neo-Industrialization. I'm going to leave the link in the comments. Thanks so much again for being here. And we can decide who we want to be and how we want our life to be. Okay, pues see you in the next video. All the best, my best wishes.